This is for math packet number 3, part 3. We are going over percent equation today. So if you look at this top box, you can see our equation is percent as a decimal times whole equals part. And that's what we're going to be using today. We're actually going to skip number 1 just because number 1, it's kind of hard to explain and we just don't need to do it today. So we're going to go to number 2. It says Lamar purchases comic books at garage sales and marks them up 75% before reselling them to comic book dealers. If Lamar purchases a comic book at a garage sale for $4, how much will he charge the comic book dealer? So we're going to use the percent times whole equals part equation. And in this case, we have 75%. Now, to change this to a decimal, as a reminder, as whole numbers, the decimal is at the very right, so it's after the 5. And to change it back to a decimal, you're going to move it 2 times to the left. So this percentage as a decimal is 0.75. Now our whole in this case is the $4 because you're taking the 75% from the $4 that he purchased. So we're trying to find what the markup price is going to be, what's 75% of those $4. So you're going to take 0.75 times 4 to figure out the part, and that turns out to be $3. And now to figure out how much he's going to charge the comic book dealer, he's going to add that $3 plus the 4 that he paid for. So 3 plus 4 is $7. Okay, looking at number 3. Number 3 says you want to leave a tip for a meal that costs $17.95. If all you have is $3, what percentage tip will you be able to leave? So again, we're going to use that percentage times whole equals part equation. In this case, we have our whole and we have our part, so we need to find percentage. The whole is how much the meal cost, so $17.95. And the part is the $3. So in order to find the percent, we're going to do the opposite of multiply, which is divide. And we're going to divide by $17.95 on both sides. So when you take 3 divided by 17.95, you're going to get a long decimal. And I just took the first 3 numbers, so it was 0.167. And when we're trying to find percent, just like when we move the decimal 2 to the left to get a decimal, remember percent is always out of 100. So we're going to take that decimal times 100 to find our percent of 16.7. So our percentage is 16.7%. So $3 is 16.7% of $17.95. Number 4, Jeremy bought a souvenir while on vacation. The item cost $22, but the total bill was $23.43. What percent was the sales tax? So again, similar things. So we're going to have percent times whole equals part. Our whole is the total bill. So it says total bill. So $23.43. Our part is that $22. Again, opposite of multiply is divide. And we're going to divide by $23.43 on both sides. When you do this, again, you'll get a long decimal. I took the first 3 numbers after the decimal. So you should get 0.938. When we're finding percent, we're going to multiply by 100. And when you do this, you get 93.8%. So the item, $22, is 93.8% of the $23.43. Number 5, Shalinda wants to leave an 18% tip for her meal. If her meal costs $25.10, what should be the total she pays including the tip? So we're going to have percent times whole equals part. Turning 18% into a decimal, remember you take that from the very far right, move it 2 to the left. So as a decimal, it's 0.18 times our whole, which is the cost of the meal, $25.10. When you multiply these two, you get a longer decimal. So I took again, the same 3 numbers at the end, but we're talking about money here. So 8 turns 1 into a 2. So our tip amount is $4.52. With tip, remember we add it back into the cost. So we're going to add $25.10. So our final price is $29.62. Looking at number 6. Karen buys a sweatshirt for $30. The sales tax in her state is 7%. What is the total amount Karen will pay for the sweatshirt, including the sales tax? So we have our percentage. 7 as a percentage is 0.07. So we're going to have 0.07 times what the sweatshirt cost, which was 30. So when you multiply that, you get 2.1. But remember, we're talking about money again, so it's going to be $2.10. So that's our tax amount. And with sales tax, you add it back into the cost. So you're going to add $30, so your total should be $32.10. If you're struggling with this or need any help, please ask on Google Classroom, Remind, email, or use my Google number.